Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. There are a few things I want to say. This particular post is going to be about chronic illness and just mental health and all the things we have to deal with. But first, I want to say thank you because when I started this channel on YouTube, I really wanted people to hit me up in the comments and say, and share their experiences and everything and post in the comments and would have a discussion that way. But some people have been clicking on my link that I had to my Facebook page. And so I got a couple of messages. One in particular was from a young lady named Nicole that I really appreciate. So I really appreciate you reaching out to me and your beautiful, kind, encouraging comments. Um, so I changed that. It's now going to be a link to my Instagram page because there's nothing private about that page, and because you can reach me there. That's the page that's connected to this YouTube channel. So please continue to reach out to me. I really do appreciate it, but I also appreciate it when you comment down below so that everyone can read your thoughts and be encouraged by them. So people with sickle cell, um, lots of us correspondingly have suffer from depression. It's the constant over and over and over, up and down in your life. It's the pain, it's the isolation, it's not really being able to find someone who understands, understands how you feel and everything. So I imagine a lot of people with other chronic illnesses and chronic pain feel depressed too because it's hard, to have an illness where you can't just walk up to a person, average person who doesn't have chronic illness, doesn't have chronic pain, and just say, it's just so depressing, and because they're gonna tell you, think you're whining or whatever. We're not whining, and if we are, we have something to whine about. We're entitled to whine. Um, all my life, I've been a deeply religious person, and God has been good to me, and that has been my most encouragement I've ever received is through that relationship. And lots of people are not religious at all, but they reach out and to other folks, and they have counseling and medication and meditation and everything. So I am all for meditation and for whatever comfort it can bring you. And for counseling as well. I've certainly had a couple of years of some really good counseling and antidepressants and things, and I know the benefit of it. And so the first thing I would say is if you are suffering from depression due to your chronic illness, please don't be afraid or ashamed or embarrassed to reach out, and get counseling because you need to talk about it. You need to get this stuff off of your chest. Um, so I got a phone call with the thing that's really depressing for me now. Lots of sickle cell patients never have not lived to be in their 50s, and we're kind of the first generation who has lived to be this old with this illness. We are miracles of modern science, medical science. And so things are happening to our bodies, and our hematologists and everything are like, this is new for us. We don't know how to deal with this, but so now you have another specialist that you have to go to, and another different diagnosis. So I had to have my heart procedure a couple of years ago to see if my heart was okay because of our hearts have to work overtime when you're anemic, and your heart will wear out. So they were checking the valves to see that they were intact and everything. They had to run some kind of probe all up my body and into my heart. But you know what? That was okay. That's fine. I'm fine. My heart is okay. But I keep in touch with I have to see my cardiologist twice a year. The worst news I'm getting now is that due to the sickle cell anemia and basically because I've had the nerve and audacity to live this long, my kidneys are breaking down. Um, they're basically just wearing out. And I didn't know that this was going to happen, and they're just finding out that this happens because we're the first generation to get this old with this disease. So last year the doctor told me, this is going on with my kidneys and whatever, and they put me on medicine for it. But to know that it is getting worse, and I have to check in with him twice a year, you know, just to tell me that it's getting worse. And in his exact words, he says it's happening because you have sickle cell, and your body is wearing out, and there's pretty much nothing we can do about it except to monitor it. He said there's no pill I can give you or anything. We just have to be, I have to. He took me off meat, which wasn't a problem for me, because I've been a vegetarian off and on for many years. So now I'm a vegetarian for real this time, for sure, for good, because the less meat I eat, it will slow down the deterioration of my kidneys, at least according to my doctor. And I need to hydrate more and everything. And when he told me that last week, it was so depressing to me to hear yet another um, diagnosis of something else. So that's just more bad news, something that's wrong with me. And I couldn't even, you know. The people at my church had a brunch on Sunday, and I didn't want to go because I told my mom, I said, I'm not going to be good breakfast company today. I just want to stay home because I was just depressed. Um, so I ended up being there for like 5 minutes, and then I got up and left. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and just couldn't do it. So encouragement comes in all kinds of ways. It comes in prayer. It comes in family that you can talk to, friends you can talk to about it. And what happened, which is incredible. There's a guy I haven't seen literally since I was 22 years old. 30 years since I've seen this guy, and he calls me up out of the blue on Monday, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "What? What?" Because my sister told me, "Oh, I saw him." I was like, "Okay, well, fine." And he's married. He's got, I haven't seen him in a while. I just figured he's getting on with his life and doing whatever he's doing. But he calls me up on Monday, just out of the blue, and he's quoting scriptures and he's telling me encouraging things, telling me, that I was inspiration to him because I just kept going. I don't give up. And he says, you've always been a strong person and inspiration to me. And I sat down on that phone and cried. I just cried because to have someone just call you up I'm just gonna call her up and say encouraging things. I can't begin to tell you what that's like. So I hope that everyone has someone who will call them up and just encourage them. And if you don't have someone who will call you up and encourage you, I hope you have someone that you can call to get encouragement. If you don't have someone in your family or friend that you can call up to get that encouragement, kind words, encouragement, give you some strength to keep moving on, then please get yourself some good counseling. Get a psychologist, a good counselor, and just somebody you can go and see on a regular basis and just sit down and just sort of, download all of this stuff. Because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot to carry. So please, continue to hit me up on Instagram. I'm happy to hear from you, and I would love to hear from you in the comments here. So keep working, keep pressing, keep pushing. And I keep telling yourself that as long as God allows you to be alive on this planet, you have a purpose to be here, even if it's just to make some other people say, to inspire other folks, stay here with us, and reach out. Thank you so much for giving me your ear and the space and the time to talk like this. And I really am appreciative of all of your comments and interaction. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon.